I interviewed 4 film festival programmers, asking for their insight, advice, and any tips they want to give to independent filmmakers. Today, I'm excited to share these eye-opening interviews with you. My name is Rudy Womack, and this is the Film Festival Guide. I was recently invited to a mixer for film festival programmers. There were about 30 to 40 programmers in attendance, with many representing festivals in the United States. I decided to pull 4 of these festival programmers to the side and pick their brain, see if I couldn't find any nuggets of information to help out independent filmmakers. A quick warning, I didn't have any proper audio or video gear with me. All I had was my phone. So if the audio for this video is a bit rough, I do apologize for that. I do have the captions turned on to help you understand what they're saying. Now with that out of the way, I hope you enjoy, and I hope you find these interviews helpful.
I won't give up because the sun shines. It's just the start of what we call living the life. And even under starlight.
Hi, it's Ariana Farina, and I'm with Dances with Fellas Festival, Los Angeles, and New York.
I'm Joanne Doyle, and I'm freelancer for various festivals, like Film Independent, South by Southwest.
Currently, I'm the director of programming for the Annapolis Film Festival, and I'm the short film programmer for the Santa Fe International Festival.
Hi, I'm Amani. I am a film programmer for the American Cinematheque, as well as Fruit Film Festival in LA.
What is the biggest mistake filmmakers make when they submit to festivals?
Maybe submitting to places where your film isn't their kind of film. Is your film more of like a comedy? It has like this high production value, kind of like studio-esque, and you're submitting to a place that usually programs like art house type films, probably not a good match. So definitely look deeply into what the festival has programmed in the past, maybe how their tastes have like evolved, what you've heard about it, and yeah, really been a lot of strategy.
One is not properly researching the festival to know that it's right for your film, so you could be wasting your entry fee.
If they are interested in applying to film festivals that consider premiere status, they should apply to those first. That means like world premiere, like what is it, like making sure this is the first time you've shown that, and that means also not doing maybe like a screening showing family and friends. Sometimes that can count against your premiere status depending upon the festival. World premiere is your highest status, and you want to reserve that for your top selects, whatever those festivals might be. Then after that, you're talking about regional premiere status, so like East Coast, West Coast, and kind of making sure that you're prioritizing that when you are flying to festivals.
Aside from production quality, what is the most common reason a film gets rejected?
As a programmer, it's less about finding the films we don't want to play and more about finding the films that we do or a play that we are excited about. So I would say to make films that only I can tell stories that only other filmmakers tell. And I think that authenticity ranks at the choice.
One of the things that eliminates films are topics that are overdone. If it is doing the exact same topic that something else did, you have to understand you're in competition now with that film. So there is a risk that you might be giving up your spot. So what I would say is there are some reoccurring themes that I see over and over. This last decade, it's been androids, robots, AI, the twist where the human is actually a robot at the end. We've seen that a million times.
I'd say one of the reasons is sometimes the filmmakers can be a jerk. Responding to emails and other communications. They'll be overly demanding, or they'll insult the festival in a communication and talk about it not being a priority or something else.
When rating a film, which is the most important to you? Story, originality, or production quality?
So proof, it's specifically for proof of concept short films. So the filmmaker wants to go from a short to a feature or series. So I would say we're really, really focused on filmmaker readiness. So the film doesn't have to be perfect, doesn't have to have the highest budget, but we need to see that like this person can go on tomorrow and make a feature. And the confidence is there, the vision is there, and the film really captures like what they're trying to say. So I guess I would go into like quality, and then we're also looking at like the timeliness of the story. What are they trying to say? What is it adding to like the market? So I would say that's like next. But we are looking for things that are like fresh and new and like kind of maybe genre bending. So I would say that's next in terms of like originality.
Okay, I love this question because a lot of my programming colleagues tend to lean towards originality and innovation and doing something new. I certainly don't want to see anything that's cliche and formulaic, but I do want to acknowledge people who have great storytelling and acting, even if that story's been kind of told before. Hopefully they bring their own fresh spin on it. You know, it's all got to come together, especially when you're at a festival like Santa Fe is now Oscar qualifying, and we got over 55,000 film submissions. There's no room for something that doesn't have good acting and or storytelling. And there's enough films out there with those qualities, that is the reason I think a lot of programmers tend to look for originality. They need to look for something more because there's too many films out there that are competently shot, that have good enough acting and writing. So they're looking for that extra unique factor. So if a film has a weakness in one area, maybe it has a strength in another area, but that strength has to be so good that it supersedes the weakness. Does that make sense? So I will only overlook a flaw if there are other things in it that are so compellingly strong that it makes it worth overlooking the flaw.
What's one thing you wish you could see more of?
I would love to see films that have a lot of heart. See, that's very important to me. And I also love seeing films that have a metaphor and use a metaphor and really what interesting is like I
want more women directors directing genre stuff. That's genre stuff that maybe has like a genre bend to it. So maybe it's like a sci-fi, but it's also a romance, or it's a thriller and it's a heist. Like, there's a lot of dramas. There's a lot of competition with dramas, especially coming of age. Like these very personal coming of age dramas, it's very, very competitive. You see a lot of those, and they're like so excellent that we can't have that kind of thing. So think outside the box in terms of how you can put your personal experience into a story and maybe have a little twist to it. So it can still be you, but maybe it's not exactly what you were doing in middle school in 2008.
I hate to say this is my heart goes out to people with cancer or Alzheimer's or dementia, but oh my God, we've probably received 500 films with that topic, and it's like, I can only take one cancer film, I can only take one Alzheimer's film, sorry. So I know that sounds really glib and insensitive of me, but I'm telling you, there's a lot of people out there with medical problems, and it's sad and it's tragic for everyone's got their personal story. I think we all know somebody who has died, but it doesn't always mean the story needs to be told for everyone to see.
Is there anything you wish you could say to all the filmmakers out there?
I would say don't rest your hands on the fate of the top tier festival. I would say empower yourself, find your audience, try smaller niche or niche festivals, genre festivals, because you can really find your different too. There's a lot of talented filmmakers out there, and if you get a rejection, it's not because you're not accepted. So you should go to festivals, even if you don't get accepted, like try to go to festivals, talk to people, meet other filmmakers, then you'll find your next place.
So there's a lot of wonderful short films that go unwatched or unprogrammed at festivals. So I guess what I would tell filmmakers is if you make a short film, understand that you're doing it for the fun of it, for the educational experience. Don't beat yourself up if it doesn't have a super successful festival run, because there's literally no room for these short films. There's too many short films out there and not enough spots in festivals.
I just wanted to say we watch films, we do this because we love it. I love watching indie film, they're feeding my addiction. I love seeing stuff from different areas and the artists all across our country and just places I never knew they existed, seeing these stories. Keep doing what you're doing. I'm sitting there smiling every time I watch it. Thank you.
I sure hope you enjoyed these tidbits of wisdom from these festival programmers. I certainly appreciate that they came on camera and shared their opinions, and I appreciate you for watching this video. please be sure to leave a like and subscribe. It really helps the channel out. Also, was there anything in particular that was helpful for you? Let me know down in the comments below. I've got another video coming up pretty soon, so I hope you all don't go far, but until then, I'll see you on the circuit.